So, what is the Electoral College?
Electoral College is what actually elects the president. It's a group of people, 536, if I remember correctly. I always forget the number. But it's, they're selected by each candidate for each state. The numbers, the total representatives and senators for that state. So Barack Obama picked, I think, 11 from Massachusetts. Mitt Romney picked 11. Whichever candidate wins that state, their electors get to go to Electoral College, and then they get together and they vote on who will be president. Yeah, so it's done by the level of or how many representatives you have, as well as the number of senators. So states like Alaska, they only have one representative to the House of Representatives and 2 senators, so their electoral count is 3. And states like Massachusetts have 9 members of the House and 2 senators, so theirs would be 11. I think early voting allows people to access the polls earlier if they have nothing to do. I think it's easier for people with nothing to do on a random Tuesday to go and vote than actually on election day. So I think it's good to have voter participation, but I think if you ever want to change your mind, if something happens between the time when you vote and the actual election ends, I think people can change their minds. You can't go back and do that. So I think there's I think there's good and bad to early voting. I think people who are set for voting and for certain candidates good, but people who are kind of wishy-washy, not really sure, you catch them at the right moment and bring them to the poll, they might vote for someone who they might not want to later on. The economy and jobs. I think that those are the 2 most important issues in this country. I think we have like 8% unemployment, so I think that fixing that and making lives for Americans better should be a top priority. I think for people under the age of 25, I think unemployment is somewhere around 17 or 18%. And it gets even more dramatically increases with less education you have. So if you're only a high school graduate compared to a college graduate, the unemployment rate's even higher. So it's not necessarily people who are educated and gone through a lot of college who have issues, more people who are undereducated.